one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, man, you do something about it, because you can.
This story comes from one of my subscribers, Steve, and from WHNT CBS News 19. Decatur police confirmed to News 19 that an officer who was under internal investigation for a response to resistance event is no longer employed by the police department. Now, according to Decatur police, Officer Malachi Compton conducted a traffic stop on March 25th of this year for a moving violation. Police said the driver got out of the car and was ordered to return to the car and refused to comply with Compton's commands.
Margot, Chief Tory Mack confirmed to me that one of their officers was placed on administrative leave earlier today. Now, we don't know as of now why exactly he was placed on leave, but we do know that he's been involved in multiple controversial arrests in the past few years that have caused uproars throughout the community here in Decatur. Now, Chief Mack told me that the officer who was placed on administrative leave is Malachi Compton. Officer Compton is the same man who's accused of forcefully arresting Marquez Lewis outside of Walmart over 2 years ago. Lewis had a warrant out for his arrest, and his mother, who you can see here on the left side of the screen recording the scuffle, was arrested as well. Now, Compton was also the officer to place a street preacher under arrest this February after he deemed she was preaching too loud. She was then charged with disorderly conduct. Now, DPD, of course, is no stranger to issues with its officers, 3 being fired after the alleged murder of Steve Perkins back in 2023, and another officer being arrested this month, charged with theft of a 68-year-old.
Police said a response to resistance event occurred, or resisting the police, which may have resulted in potential injuries to the driver. The driver was transported to a local medical facility for evaluation and treatment, according to the police. Now, the police department said all reported response to resistance events require review by the Office of Professional Standard, and a preliminary review of the incident identified potential policy violations. The Office of Professional Standards said it would go on to conduct a full internal investigation. Now, last week, Decatur police confirmed that Thursday that the officer is no longer employed there as of June 7th of this year. So you had a traffic stop. The guy gets out of the car. I think it was a woman. Gets out of the car. The cop says, get back in your car. Get back in the car. No, I want to talk to you, whatever. Just refuses to get back in the car. Ends up with injuries.
The biggest thing that I want is I want him held accountable. I want him charged, and I want him arrested. He assaulted me. And I don't know what they know, but they have video. They have the camera footage. And if they know that this was wrong and they're not willing to go public and admit they're wrong, then how can we trust the city of Decatur?
He's no longer employed. So a couple of things here. First of all he had to do was de-escalate and go, why are you out of your car? What's going on? They probably would have just talked to him. Okay, well, here's why I stopped you. Boom, 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 whatever. And I get that some people are going to go, well, you don't know. He could have this, he could have did that, he could have did that. Well, an airplane could fall out of the sky and hit your house. So stop saying all the time, well, they coulda, shoulda, woulda. No, what? Look at the immediate. What's going on right now? Talk to them. Some cops just can't talk to people. Well, coulda, woulda. Yeah, but why don't you talk to them and see what really happens? Not coulda. But anyway, I digress. So either this cop really injured this person to the point, they said policy violations. That doesn't matter. So and here's why I say that. Either this cop really injured this person and they're looking at a lawsuit and they're like, we got to get rid of him. Or this cop done pissed somebody off in management and they were like, okay, now we can get rid of him. Because a lot of times when this happens, they go, well, we found that it was justified because whatever. But this cop, he got fired. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Well, we don't know. Give me your opinion.